Sony had their State of Play event for April 2021, with a huge deep dive into the upcoming PS5 title, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to look at Sony's State of Play for April 2021, and we'll have a look back at some of their big announcements. But first, if you're new to the channel, then hello, my name is Ringlord71, and on this channel, we do a bunch of video game reviews, we do some live reaction videos, and we also do full video game playthroughs. So if you enjoyed this video, then please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, so that way you don't miss another video. Alright, on with the show. Before sinking our teeth into the Ratchet & Clank reveals, Sony first revealed the sequel to the popular underwater survival game Subnautica with Subnautica Below Zero. Like the first game, the sequel centers around much of the same thing, with base building and survival as the core gameplay, while a brief story about how the main character has to uncover the mysteries surrounding the disappearance of the research crew serves as the main conduit for the gameplay. The PS5 version will also have haptic feedback support with up to 4K graphics and a performance mode that allows up to 60 frames per second. Subnautica Below Zero will be due out on May 14th on both the PS4 and the PS5. Also, it was announced that those who had Subnautica on the PS4, the first game that is, would also be getting a free upgrade to the PS5 as well. Now, I haven't played the original, so it's hard to figure out what upgrades or improvements Below Zero has made to the franchise. However, this will be one game to keep your eyes open for in the next month. Now, for the other tiny bit of news, and one that I am really excited about, is that Innersloth is bringing Among Us to the PS4 and the PS5 in the back half of 2021. And on top of that, it'll also be coming with an exclusive Ratchet & Clank skin, hat, and pet. Now, I've spent many hours playing Among Us on PC, so I cannot wait to start backstabbing my friends when this hits the PS4 and PS5 later in the year. Okay, so now for the big game of today's State of Play, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Now here we got to see a bit of gameplay as well as a cool introduction to the new playable character, Rivet. Now from what we saw in the footage, Ratchet ends up in a different dimension, where he wakes up in the dark and grimy world of Nefarious City. And to make matters worse, he's separated from his best friend, Clank. It turns out that the new character Rivet has taken him. So with the help of Miss Zircon, Ratchet has a lead to Club Nefarious, and thus his adventure begins. Now the gameplay that we did get to see has got me extremely excited for Rift Apart. Nefarious City looks straight out of Star Wars, and the bustling marketplace and the overhead traffic brings the bazaar to life. The visual display and the density mixed with the colourful lighting and the bustling population has been helped by the powerful hardware of the PS5 to deliver the best looking Ratchet & Clank game thus far. Plus, there is a new photo mode that will allow for those who are keen to take some awesome and inspiring shots throughout the game. With some new abilities like the wall running or the dashing ability, Ratchet is more mobile than ever, and the short demo was extremely impressive with what they did show off. However, the one ability that is much anticipated is the Rift Tether, and we finally got to see that move in action during the game, with Ratchet using the tether to end up across the battlefield, making this ability a great defensive as well as a possible offensive maneuver. Hell, there was even a sequence where Ratchet and a boss ended up transporting to a different world in mid-battle. But we'll see how this plays out in the actual game before we get too excited about the processing power of the PS5. The PS5's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback will be on full display in Rift Apart as well to further improve the immersity of this title, while some returning weapons will come back as well as a mix of new weapons to boost Ratchet's arsenal. It's unclear at this stage as to the major differences between playing as Ratchet or Rivet, or whether they'll have access to different weapons or abilities, or if they're merely going to just be different skins. Keep an eye on Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart when it hits on June 11th, 2021. Now that was all from today's State of Play from Sony. It was a small presentation that focused mainly on the upcoming Ratchet & Clank title, but it did its job in generating some excitement while showing off some cool new features of the upcoming game. Plus, with Among Us coming to the PlayStation consoles as well later in the year, this presentation gets a huge thumbs up from me. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll keep you covered with some more stories, game announcements, and full game playthroughs on this channel. Like this video if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. And in the meantime, happy gaming.